You've put in the hours to learn to code, you've updated your resume, and you've submitted job applications again and again, but you're still struggling to get that call back or actually turn an interview into a job offer. And you're not alone. These companies have extremely low acceptance rates. Lots of people apply, but very few are invited for interviews, and even less people actually get in. So what is it about them that you or me could be missing? You might be tempted to think, oh, they're just better developers or whatever and call it a day, but that's rarely the biggest reason. Recruitment processes are far from perfect, and the market for candidates is really crowded, so luck plays a big factor. Then the question is, how do you make the most out of your chances? You make it easy for companies to say yes and hard to say no. In other words, you build FOMO. And that doesn't start with your resume or even in the interviews. You can start getting ahead of the competition right now. I do know that the words personal branding are a bit of a cliche in this day and age, but it's a very useful concept to consider when looking to stand out in a crowded market. And it really is just about creating a public-facing image of yourself and your work to enhance your reputation and build your own network of connections. Increasing your visibility and desirability within the developer community is an extremely underrated way to get your foot in the door among tech companies. So it's really in your best interest to put some time and effort into this. And I know you might still be a bit hesitant. I know I was at some point. After all, it's time you could be using to lead code or study logarithmic time complexity. So look at it from this lens. Take a sport like Formula 1 as an example, where engineering performance is extremely important. That's what determines how fast your car is and the results you're able to achieve. The thing is, even with such high stakes on the technical department, if a team neglected their investments on branding and their public image, yes, they might do well in the first couple of races with the extra money they were able to pour into engineering, but they would be unable to get things like sponsorships or attract the right talent, and that would keep them from developing their car much further. So other teams would be beating them towards the end of the season. In the long run, the extra investment on the technical development wouldn't pay off as well as getting a marketing and PR team.